Hello, Joy Tribe. What is going on? Joy Tribe, we are back. It is Wednesday, so you know what that means. We are live. Look at all the comments here. We have all the live viewers. Okay, first of all, I got to throw up my favorites because if you are a part of the Joy Tribe inner circle and you are paying that only $5 a month, it's less than a Starbucks cup of coffee. Okay, if you are paying, oh, can you hear me okay? Let me get better into the mic. How's that? If you are doing that, then you're part of my very favorite Joy Tribe. And I appreciate you guys so much. And so I put your comments first because it shows me on YouTube, or if you do stars on Facebook, and then I will, put your put the fan love up there because I love you guys. So this is the Joy Tribe Wednesday show, Wednesday night live, we should call it. What do you guys want to call it? Welcome to the show, you guys. Do you like my earrings, by the way? These were created, well, actually not create. I don't know who created them originally, but they were gifted to me by my cuz. What up, Randy? This is some coffee. Last week I had iced tea. I did drink green tea. I was going to try to be all lofty about it and holier than thou and say I drink green tea instead of coffee. But you guys know it's a lie. I love my coffee. I love me some coffee. I do love green tea. I did have about 3 cups of green tea, but nothing can compare. Nothing compares. Nothing compares to you. Coffee, I said, nothing compares. Oh, nothing compares to you. Coffee. What is up, Joy Tribe? I'm just being silly. What up, Maurice? Welcome. Okay, are you guys all here? I see YouTube is here. Do we have some Facebook? Because if you're enjoying the live, you may support my page by sending stars. And that's on Facebook, a digital gift that helps me earn money. Oh, what up, Selena? Oh my God, Selena, I was on Twitter and I deleted my Twitter. I know it was kind of a decision that I just did out of the blue when I was in the UK. And I just didn't like where it was going. And then Elon bought it and it's kind of better now because now it's X. So I did get back on Twitter. I'm at joy_villa, but I'm not verified anymore. So what did I do? So anyways, we'll make it happen. Soft Cell famously hardly made any money off Tainted Love, though a massive hit as the B-side was a cover as well. What? Baby, where did my love go? Oh, baby, 'cause it hurts me so bad, baby. Oh, I got that burning feeling inside me. Oh, deep inside me. And it hurts so bad, baby. Ooh, you came into my life and so suddenly. Oh, I love that. She's on. That's right. What's up, you guys? Hey, no music that has noxious YouTube music of cats getting run over by a lawnmower. Excellent. I know, Matt. That was the beginning before. You guys like that? I changed the things to yellow. I'm thinking on Wednesday will be yellow, and on Fridays we wear pink. Okay, for the Joy Villa, A Joyful Life. So by the way, do you guys like A Joyful Life or The Joyful Life for my new podcast? It's not too late for me to change it. And have you guys seen the episode? Who has seen A Joyful Life? I launched my first episode of my podcast, my brand new podcast. It drops every Friday. That's when it releases. For you that don't know, it drops means it releases every Friday and by 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think we released in the afternoon last week, and it's right there, and it's really fun. So it's called A Joyful Life, and I released it last Friday, and we talked about relationships. What's your guys' favorite coffee, by the way? Do you guys have any favorite coffee brand? Joy, I'm your Svengali. I love it. Iced tea is amazing. Look at this. I want to help you get back on the pop map, but with a particularly great song with a hint of Trump. I like that. Yeah, there's definitely more music happening. Yeah, that's where the darts come in. I know y'all, where y'all tuning in from? That's right. Where are you guys watching the show? This is the interactive show where I chat with you guys. This is all about the interaction. On Friday, we broach a topic, and then on Wednesdays, we discuss it. So I really like the hi, TJ. Hi. Hey, Joy, I found an interesting history themed YouTube channel known as Forgotten History as more conservative approach and discusses history forgotten by professors. I love that. Ooh, ooh. I know Twitter's toxic, Astro. Water. It's so crazy, right? People are still being banned on Twitter. See, that's what, David, thank you for letting me know because I was like, what's the point? What is the point? I'm so good, Paul. How are you doing? All right, currently on YouTube, checking out over here. Did not get a notice. Oh my goodness. Matthew McKee, you sing blues. I can. First live in a minute. I know, Dallin. Well, I've been going live now. I'm back. I'm back on the lives. I moved to Florida, but you guys know I move in different places. I have homes, I have hoes in different area codes. Just kidding. But you know, I mean, I set up camp in different places, but right now, my home right now is a cute little cottage right out here in Florida, and I love it. I love Florida right now. So, you like a joyful life or the joyful life? We got one vote. JCL says a joyful life, and so does Astro Jungle. Okay. I think we might. So you saw it? Good. Matt Mittens on YouTube. So I have to pick one. The joyful life. The gets specific. Exactly, Joseph. That's what I was thinking. The joyful life. But I wanted to make it for, everybody to live more joyfully. But a joyful life or the joyful life? Oh, you love my hair. You love my hair. Oh my gosh, Virgo season. It was your 20th birthday. You're not a teenager anymore. Congratulations. John, you're 20. That's your real name, John, right? I know because you email me and I John. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I did not get hitched. Not yet. I love that you love the flower. I know I matched the flower and we got the yellow. Crystal. Yeah, Joy's hair is everything. The flower is beautiful too. Thank you. Thank you. You actually don't drink coffee? You're from in Alabama, do they not drink coffee? What up with Alabama? All right, Lakeland, Florida, Florida. We got a lot of flow riders here. Fatty phobia from London and raised. London, that's right, Astro Jungle. We from London, bruv. What you doing? What you talk about here? We from London, bruv. All the way in London. I used to live in London town. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Eric Code's alive. We love London. All right. I love you guys so much. So, okay, so we got a lot of stuff. Afternoon Joy. Hi, Sherry. The Joyful Life. Crystal says the Joyful Life. You like that more than a joyful life. Yeah, because I I think the joyful life is more specific, right? I think it's a very good thing. So we did call it a joyful life the last episode, but once we release it onto Spotify, we're just going to change it. The joyful life, right? The joyful life. I like that too. You live in Clearwater to be exact. I know because when you post on IG, it says it's from there. Look at you, stalker. Well, I'm in Tampa Bay. Sometimes I'm in Clearwater. Sometimes I'm in Tampa, but I'm in Tampa Bay. But thanks for loving me. Lompoc in the house, Joy. Boop, boop. Lompoc in the house. Bakersfield. North London is specifically. Oh, you're from the north. I love fatty phobia. You've been my fan for a long time, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you specifically. Interview artists who've been sidelined in pop history for encouraging individualism. Start with Adam Ant. Wow, who got kicked off Live Aid by Bob Geldof for telling anarchists to get lost in ant rap. Whoa, that's a really good one. We got another vote for The Joyful Life. We got more votes for The Joyful Life. So I wanted to ask you guys because this is when I get to interact with you guys. This is Joytribe Wednesdays, okay? So this is all about you guys. We do have a topic. We're going to talk about relationships, divorce, feminine, masculine energy, because that's what we talked about on my podcast. But I want to actually interact with you guys because a lot of you guys said, yeah, you're all about that life. You all about that life. Talking about some relationships. You want to be my hoe in a different area code? I am in Tampa. That's right. You live in Texas now? Okay, great. Love for all. I'm a huge fan. Oh, because Joy has real, genuine connection with her fans. That's it right there. That's what this life's about. That is the joyful life. You see what I did there? So, okay, I want to show you guys a little bit of my new podcast. I'm going to bring it up, okay? I want you guys to see a clip of it, all right? And then I want you guys to talk about it. I want us to talk about and I want you guys to tell me what you think because I'll just show you the intro. I think we're going to bring up the intro and then it's going to be really exciting and then after that we're going to talk about some energy and feminine energy, masculine energy and what does that mean and how does that relate to your life and what can you do to date a little bit better. Okay. So let's see if I can actually get this in. It's a little too big. Okay. So let's see. Size limit. Oh, the present button. Oh, see, I'm learning this. I can present things. Oh, we can present a video clip. Okay, guys, here we go. So the joyful life, and we're going to watch it. I'm just going to show you about 60 seconds of the topic, and then I want you guys to watch it. You can leave comments because I'll be pinning comments, but then we're going to discuss. Okay. So here we go. Hi, Joytribe, and welcome to my new podcast. This is episode 1 in A Joyful Life. So this is a brand new podcast featuring yours truly, Joy Villa. And we will be talking about relationships, music, okay, I'm going to fast forward. You have to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to communicate your wants, desires, and needs, and to know who you are and to know what you want. And that is incredibly powerful. It's incredibly powerful when you are out there communicating your wants and needs. Beloveds, do not slack on that. Now, that doesn't mean you push the other person's wants and needs down. A lot of people get this selfish idea, the social media idea of like, I want a man who's this and this and this and this. My woman needs to do this, this, and that, and they get this long laundry list where their significant other is supposed to have every single thing that they don't have. And I'm like, you also got to come correct too. You got to bring something to the table. That's a supposedly like a very controversial thing to ask someone what they bring to the table. I'm gonna take a drink. What did they bring to the table? Right? Is that ASMR? Front. And masculine energy is here we go. Really makes a difference. And even same-sex couples, one will be masculine, one will be feminine. It's funny. It's a dichotomy that everybody needs and wants and desires. And it's really the difference between a relationship that works and a relationship that doesn't. So what do I mean by that? We're going to break this down. Okay. What is masculine energy? Masculine energy, by the way, men and women have both energies in them. And we use it for different things. So masculine energy is hard energy. It is driving energy. It is going after it. It is boy energy. It is, I'm not going to let you do that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take control. I'm going to go after it. I'm going to defeat it. I'm going to fight it. I am going to conquer. It is a conquering energy. It's extremely powerful. It's very fiery. Show up as like the hater's going to hate. Because also that's the thing too. If you hire somebody for it permeates the space with feminine. A gentle breeze rather than a gushing wind. This is feminine energy. So it is a very soft, gentle, sensing, sensual, as in all the senses energy. It's beautiful. Being a woman, I love using my feminine energy. Now that's the positive. The negative is it can be over emotional, unstable, a whiny, a girlish heart. Okay, I'm going to stop it here. So there we go, guys. So that was a clip of The Joyful Life, my new podcast. Now it's officially The Joyful Life. Thank you, fans. And that's what I talked about. And if you want to see the rest of it, it is right here on this channel. All you have to do is go under podcasts, actually under a podcast section, and it's under The Joyful Life. And you can watch the entire episode. It's about 45 minutes, and it's a real podcast. It's going to be available on Spotify as well. And we're setting up the studio. We're actually going into town in Tampa tomorrow to set up a studio, looking at some podcast studios. So lots of exciting things. For now, I'm just doing it from my home, my little place here. So, what do you guys think about that? I got already a comment that said, "What about androgynous energy?" So everybody has feminine and masculine energy inside themselves. Now, oh my goodness, androgynous energy is really somebody who is very balanced with their feminine and their masculine, but it's usually a little bit more of one because if they're a male, they usually have a little more feminine energy and they're balancing it, right? And if they're a female, they have a little more masculine energy. But androgynous energy is not actually in a relationship. That's more of a look. So when you do that, when we're talking about that energy, that's probably a woman wearing a suit with her hair tied back and looking very masculine, but it's an image. Remember, this energy is more than just a look. Looks can embody an energy, but an energy moves and flows. What does energy do? It moves and flows. So we're going to talk about this concerning relationships, okay? Welcome to the show. Hi, David. Hi, Lord Bibby. So we got a comment. Crystal says, from the female perspective, it can be a struggle in heterosexual relationships, especially if you were raised in a single mom household where she was the male and female energy in the house. Incredible. So start your comments, your questions now. We're going to throw it up. We're going to start talking about it. This is great, Crystal. Thank you so much. So I'm going to answer this because now we're talking about relationships and how does this apply? Because a lot of times this is what messes people up. So if you grew up in a household, how many of you guys came from single parent households where the mom was the single parent? I want to see some just raise your hand, drop an emoji if you were raised in a single parent household, or you were raised where you had a dad but he wasn't really around and your mom was the main caregiver. So she had to be both mom and dad. Drop a comment down below. So this is the thing, and this doesn't have anything to do with your sexual expression, because whether you're a male or female in a same sex or a different sex relationship, you will embody one or the other, and you will seek your counterpart because it's yin and yang. It's the dichotomy. It's how this universe operates. It's a universal law, actually. So in this perspective, it can be really hard because your mom embodied feminine and masculine energy, but actually what she did do, here's the trick. She actually embodied masculine energy. She wasn't allowed to be the female because she had to be everything. And when a woman has to take control and be everything, guess what? She gets burnt out because she's being the man. Feminine energy is naturally laid back or relaxed, not laid back as in it doesn't do anything, just as it invites you to do things for it, right? The door opens for the woman. The coffee is served for the woman because her nurturing, caring presence is doing something. It is actually extremely doing something, but it's not the doing thing that like a man will go out there and physically do that. It's it's much more of a spiritual type of flow and energy. So it's necessary for healing. It's a healing energy. And if a woman has to be the man in the household because there is no man, she is not able to heal with her energy. So she is going to put out that you don't need no man to survive. You got to be strong and independent. These are masculine characteristics, that you have to do everything by yourself. You have to be a loner. And if you do have somebody, they're pretty much worthless. Maybe that's how the dad was, or her husband, or her ex-husband, or the father of her child was, or how she sees him, because she's the main parent. She's doing way too much. So she becomes emasculated. And it's very unnatural for a woman to have that energy when she should be able to express her feminine energy. Because like it or love it or leave it, love it or leave it, like it or not, these bodies have a certain energy that comes with them. And this is really how it is. And a woman who is raised by a single mom is going to come from trauma, and she's going to have a fatherless existence and unless she has a very strong male figure in her life, she's going to carry that trauma. She won't be able to relate to men. Because remember, women relate to men through their father, and men relate to women through their mother. So if a man had a very abusive mother, he's going to have mommy issues until he handles them and confronts them and deals with it. And a woman who was abused by her father is going to have daddy issues until she handles it and confronts it. And there's a lot of ways to handle this: therapy, church, meditation, fitness, healthy eating, expression, art. It's healing energy. So, masculine energy is extremely useful when applied with the correct, like to business, to other areas. But too much feminine energy can also not be good if it's not applied to the correct scenario. But a woman who was raised by a strong, independent, mom is going to grow up to be a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. And she's going to be more man than every man she meets. And that is what we have in today's society. Women have had to, in many instances, take control and take ownership. I'm not demonizing single moms, because many moms were single not by choice. Who would choose such a thing? But unfortunately, some women kept being single because they did choose it every day, because they kept reinforcing the trauma and the drama of men ain't, shit, men ain't crap. They don't do nothing for you. They can't help you. They can't. And unfortunately, we see it a lot in the Black community. I got to say, my own people who I want to help and heal, I see it a lot in the Black community, and it's very harmful in any community, unless the woman immediately can heal from that drama and get remarried or have a strong male lead. Anybody, a good uncle, maybe her father steps in to help out and help the kids, because you need to be raised by a strong male role model as much as a strong female role model. And if you're a female who's never seen the love of a good male, everybody's flawed, but a good father. I was raised by a really good mother and father. I mean, don't get me wrong, they had their traumas, and I've dealt with the traumas, because nobody's perfect. But I had the ideal of a father. So every man I looked at, I measured him according to my dad. And let me tell you, when you have a good dad, you don't take crap. You don't let a man hit you or abuse you or talk down to you, because you know your father wouldn't do that to you. Now, on the flip side, if you were raised by a really bad father, you can have daddy issues. But studies show that even a bad or barely their father is better there than no father at all. It's tragic, but it's true. So many fathers feel like they can't be a dad, and they leave, or they're pushed away sometimes. And we have a society that is a fatherless society, and we need strong male figures to balance out what is happening, because we have a very masculine world. You would think all these women would be feminine and raising soft feminine women, raised by women, around women, but it's the opposite, because a woman who's abandoned by a man, who has these hurts by a man, or maybe she hurt other men and then received hurts. It always starts, you receive hurt, then you start hurting others, you push people away, right? We alienate people. She's going to perpetuate more masculine pain, not feminine pain, but she's coming from the feminine wounded. But when you have that wounded energy healed and you move forward and you can relate to people of the opposite gender, the opposite energy, you can be healthy again. That's why it's so healthy to have female friends as a male and have male friends as a woman. And anybody who says opposite is just wrong. Anybody who tries to demonize you for having close friends of the opposite gender is wrong. You absolutely need to have that. Otherwise, how do you relate to people of the opposite gender? Now, I mean, by close, obviously your mate comes first. I don't think, you don't have sleepovers with girlfriends if you have a wife, like, obviously, or guys can't just be coming over and taking a shower if you're married. Like, there has to be boundaries. They're not going to be as close to you as a female friend or as a male friend if you're a male, but you need to have healthy relationships with people of the opposite gender. Otherwise, you won't be able to relate and you'll be wounded. And I mean healthy relationships with healthy people of the opposite gender, because you can also have a bunch of people who are also wounded who will just back up your viewpoint. And then we get groups of this thinking that we don't need no man. And then we have feminism. Feminism was a response to aggression put upon by men towards women. And that was a response and a reaction to our rights as women being taken away and being demanded But then it got taken too far and it became, let's attack men the same way they attacked women. You can't win that way because now you're taking on the color of the enemy. Somebody stole from me. Well, I'm going to go into your house and steal from you. That two wrongs don't make a right. You can say, I'm going to go handle that person, report them to the police and make sure they don't steal again and say, this is not okay. Knock it off. Don't steal from me. That's where the line is drawn, your boundaries and your rights. But then if you take it further and say, and not only am I going to tell him not to steal from me, I'm going to go into his house and start stealing from him. And you know what? Anyone who looks like him and anyone who lives in that house is now going to get stolen from for life. That's what feminism has done. It's basically said you robbed me at one point, so now all of you are equated as robbers. And it's wrong. It's extremely wrong. And it's gone the opposite to where we demonize masculinity when a really good, strong male energy is exactly what a good, strong, and stable female energy needs. So if you are in this, I could talk about this forever, by the way. And if you are, and a lot of women are like this, okay? I have been in my masculine before because I'm a strong, this word strong, let me break that down because strength is different for different people, okay? So a strong man is somebody who protects and provides. That is strength for a man. A strong female is a woman who can be vulnerable and communicate those feelings properly. This is my viewpoint, but these are the facts as well. This is my opinion, but this is also truth, okay? But you can disagree if you want because this is Joytribe and you know how we do. We're all about unification, we're all about talking about it, and if you disagree, that's all right. But that is truly what people unfortunately don't understand is if you are unbalanced, you're going to need the other strength to balance you. So if you are too strong of a woman, the problem is if you're a really strong female, you're actually taking on masculine traits. Like I can protect and provide. Like this is why we have women who are like, well, I make enough money to support a man. Why doesn't he want me? And I have a degree and I make my own money. Men don't care about that. They protect and provide. They don't care that you can run the house and that's good for you as a human. Don't get me wrong. I don't think people should be unbalanced. Men should be able to cook and clean their home and women should be able to pay their bills. Absolutely. But when it comes to the dating market and relationships, don't get it twisted. And women are so eager. This is what happened when we got pushed through feminism to say, be independent from men and get your own life, get your own job, get your own education, and you don't need no man. And you should have those things, but it doesn't equate the same thing. You should want a man. I need a man. I need and want and desire a man. As a woman, of course I do. I mean, who else is going to do all those dirty jobs? Women ain't out there doing it. As women, men need women. We need each other. Red pill, black pill, left and right, all of these things, all this men are superior and women need to submit and women are superior and men need to, all of this is BS. Okay. From what I see, we need each other and we need to come to the middle ground and say, we have a miscommunication. What we have here is a failure to communicate. All right. So thank you for that question, Crystal. It was amazing. Relationships. Do I talk like that? Okay. Got relationships is like a tag team, depending upon the task for those talents are best suited unless spoiling the other. Exactly. You have to have a partnership. And a partnership can sometimes, this is why it worked in the 50s and 60s. Not everything worked back then. I'm not somebody who's like, let's go back to 1950. I'm not that kind of person. I am traditional and more conservative because we can learn from history, but we also do have to move forward and progress history into now because things change. We can't go back to 1950 because we can't. You can't go back to the past. We should learn by the past, but you don't enforce the past. So I'm a moderate in these viewpoints. But I am somebody who's a traditional woman, but I also love having a partner who's a man, who does manly things, but I provide feminine things. But I like to cut the difference because I don't mind cooking and cleaning to an extent, but I don't want to be expected that that's my only job because, as you guys know, I'm a singer, actress, Joy Villa, right? I do have a job. And in these days and age, women can have very powerful positions. So women shouldn't be expected to completely give that up, but you do have to have some compromise, because if you want a man to pay bills, you're going to have to do something for that besides just giving him sex. I'm sorry, that's not enough. You have to also compromise. Women want traditional men, pays all the bills, opens the doors, says all the right things, goes to work, but then you also are going to go to work. Well, what happens when he wants to have kids or you guys want to have kids? Somebody's going to have to be the main caretaker. I don't care who it is, but you guys need to decide on that, figure out what you want, and then find somebody who will do that. And if it's a balance of energy, great. But if one person's going to be more dominant, one person's going to have the more dominating masculine energy. And in a same sex relationship, it doesn't matter. You find, if you're more feminine energy, you find your masculine counterpart. But if you're an opposite, now you can be a very masculine woman and find a very feminine man. But the problem is, and it's not wrong, you want to call the shots and he's going to be waiting home for you while you go do your thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Jennifer Lopez did that, but guess what? She went through man after man after man because none of them were man enough for her. The problem is a very masculine woman who's very strong and demanding and domineering, which you can be at work, but it doesn't work in a relationship, because she's going to want a stronger, more demanding, more domineering man, because when she gets home, she wants to put her feet up. She wants to relax. She wants to be catered to. She wants to be the woman. Do you see? It's a natural urge and desire. So instead of fighting it, go with it. I know I want to be spoiled and catered to as a woman, and I don't mind spoiling and catered to my man as a woman and him as a man. When I'm at work, I can have my business. I can be businesslike. I can call the shots. I can be producer. I can be no nonsense. I can be in my masculine energy all day long. But when I'm home, I sure as hell don't want to be like that. And that's the problem, is we are taught to take it from the boardroom to the bedroom, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work, ladies, because if it did, we'd be happy. Women are more unhappy than ever in dating relationships because they're trying to take what they say in the boardroom to the bedroom. Men don't want that. Men don't want to be bossed around at home. Let him do his thing. Men want three things: sex, silence, and sandwiches. They're so simple. Sorry, ladies, and sorry, gentlemen, for spilling the beans, but that's really what it is. I love J-Lo. Boardroom to the bedroom. Love that. It doesn't work at all. Exactly, Crystal. It doesn't work. You can be a boss babe all day long. Ain't nobody saying you can't be that boss babe. But do not be boss babe at home, or you will lose a good man. And you will have what they call a simp. Somebody who just does what you said, who works as like the people who work for you in the boardroom. I'm all about, like, what's your favorite position? CEO. I'm all about that boss babe, strong woman energy, but that's for the workplace. It doesn't translate in a relationship. It doesn't, unless you're okay with the man being very laid back. And a lot of new mothers go through this where they have the baby, and I know because I talk to them, a lot of my friends, and I see it every day, and they have the baby, and they're used to being a mom, taking care of everything, because it's a long, hard job to be a mom. I want to be a mom one day. Absolutely. I'd love to. But it's a hard job, right? Moms out there. But you end up bossing and taking care of and overhandling your husband as well. Not you specifically, but there are women out there who do that, like he's your child, because you are frustrated because you feel like he's not doing anything. But the problem is you're not letting him do something. When I walk too fast through the door, and then I can't complain and say, that man didn't even open the door for me. How rude. Is chivalry dead? No, I got to slow down and allow the man. And I do it. And I have been around. So I was just in a meeting with some musicians. I'm interviewing some people about some music projects. And this man and I were going to talk and meet over some food. And we're like, let's discuss this project, right? He's from a big band and worked with a lot of different things. And I slowed down, and I noticed that he matched my gait and slowed down with me as we approached the door. I always do this to maintain my feminine energy. I slowed down, and I noticed that he slowed down, and we stopped outside the door, and he was talking, and we were having a conversation, and I just stopped until it felt weird But I didn't feel weird because I knew I wasn't gonna take one more step. I'm the queen. I'm sorry. If I'm around a man, I'm a queen. And I will allow a gentleman to be a gentleman. I will give him a chance to be a gentleman, to be a king, as he should be. And I just stopped and we chatted. And then there was a moment. And then he's like, oh, and he opens the door. Boom. It literally took a couple seconds. It wasn't even that long, but it felt like kind of probably an eternity. And he probably was like, why isn't she walking? Until he figured it out. And I never have to say anything. I don't go, are you going to open the door? Because that's masculine energy. I don't need to do that. But I'm going to be straight up. And I was like, okay, let's talk music. I was business-like and professional, but I'm still maintaining my femininity because I am a woman. So it gets easier the more you find out about it and the more you learn. And it's the most natural thing in the world. Look at that. Joy, you're such a beautiful person. So thank you, George. Depends upon the dynamics of the couple. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, child, sex, silence, and sandwiches noted. Crystal, that's what I'm talking about. It's sex, silences, and sandwiches. Listen, men, who disagrees with this? If you give a man these three things, you will have a very happy relationship. I know because I've never been broken up with. Not to humble brag. That doesn't mean I'm perfect. And it doesn't mean I always chose the correct person. But I'll tell you, when I did enter into a relationship with a man, I gave him the three things that I know he desired, and I didn't push further. I didn't expect more than that. Now, I do expect to be treated in a certain way, to be protected and provided for. I do expect him to be a man, but I can't expect him to be in his masculine if I'm not in my feminine. And what we have, that whole, what do you bring to the table? Well, what I bring to the table is what you need, sex, science, and sandwiches. Not that that's the only thing I bring, but give a man at least the basics. You give him the basics, everything else comes. Everything else comes perfectly. I'm sorry, it's very easy. Oh gosh, we got 100 people watching. This is great. Leave me some comments, guys. Don't forget to like. We need to get the likes up. We need to get some likes up. So Sherry says, yes, took a while for me to adjust from my Air Force career to being a mom. Perfect example. It's an adjustment. Ladies, you can do everything, but you need to do it in the correct sequence. You need to do it in the correct order. That is sanity. Sanity is correct sequence. It would be insane, in my viewpoint, and I'm going to preach a little bit, to have a baby before being married, to buy a house before being married, to get with a man before knowing what he actually desires in a relationship and what he's looking for. Is he looking for a good time, not a long time? Is he looking for an actual marriage partner, a life partner, a mother to his children he already has, to create new kids? What is he looking for? You need to know what that is and provide it if it's something you want to, or get out of there. And if you enter into a relationship, a contract, a binding word, because it's an agreement with a man, and then have his babies, and then you're not even married, you're not even protected, something could happen to you. And I am so against it. Marry before you carry, ladies. And men, don't put up a bunch of money before you know this woman's into you. Don't start buying her fancy things. Don't take her on a shopping trip. Don't fly her out. Don't buy her a $200 steak dinner. You don't even know her character. You don't know who she is. She could be faking it. She'd be faking it for the steak in it. She could be fake for the steak, okay? I'm a vegetarian, so, if you tell your boyfriend that I'm a vegetarian and I ain't effing scared of him. What is it the song is? Who knows the song? Tell your boyfriend if he says he's got beef that I'm a vegetarian and I ain't freaking scared of him. She wants to touch me, oh, she wants to love me, oh. So funny. Listen, guys, I got to jump off of here soon. This is so great. I'm going to throw up some comments because you guys are amazing. Okay. I always step aside to allow the man to open the door. My son now opens the door because he watches his dad do it. Booyah. That's what I'm talking about. That is good parenting. That is how we're doing it. This is how we do it. If a woman lets me pamper her, you'd make me happy. See, men want a woman to pamper. They want to pick silence and sandwiches. Sex and what in sandwiches, says Shannon. So how does that look? Sex is sex, okay? And it doesn't mean you have to sleep with a man when you meet him, but it's sexual chemistry and actions, right? If you're abstaining, you kiss, you hold hands, but you be open to whatever that physical expression is. You can't be a dead fish there if you really want to be in a relationship with men. And once you're in a relationship, you better give them some lovin's. I'm sorry, these sexless marriages that I hear about, and these women who've been married for years and they don't have sex anymore because they don't have time and their hormones and they're stressed with the kids. Please, do you want that man to cheat because you are opening the door? He literally needs 3 things. You need 47 things. And that's just on a Wednesday. Let's be real, ladies. We require a lot. Men are simple. Let's give them those simple 3 things and watch the magic happen. They will do anything for you if you treat them right. It's just like anybody else. You don't beat a dog to give him to beat him into submission to give you what you want. You cajole him with treats, you pet him, you take him for a walk, you empty his water bowl, you feed him on time. There's certain keeping and caring. There's a keeping care of a husband or a man that you want to be your husband. As I'm not saying women don't require things too, but no one talks about what men want. We talk about what women want all day long and how men are not giving it to us. Sex, that's pretty self-explanatory, but any expression thereof. Silence. Shut up. Just shut up sometimes. Women, don't talk forever. Just zip it. Listen to them. I don't care if he's talking about sports and you hate sports, or you don't care about that craft beer or whatever, like that movie that he loves. Don't talk over him because he listens to you talk about Deborah for the 45th time and how Deborah doesn't like your new eyeshadow or whatever the hell. I mean, I'm being facetious, but women, we can talk forever. That is for girlfriends, okay? Talk to your girlfriends, okay? Not your boyfriends and your husbands. When you talk, make it a point to be direct and honest. Talk to them, grow with them, but invest in love and compliments. And you can talk about family things. You can talk about the future, but don't just, you know what? It's this talk. It's this needless gossip, chit chat. Men can't hang with that and their eyes will glaze over. So just shut up. Talk to the correct person. Women talk too much to men and they're not the person for that. That's why we need girlfriends. We go on girls trips, go chit chats. Why I talk to Joytribe, okay? But you can't always it's true. And not a lot of women are told this. And I'm probably going to anger a lot of people, but you got to have some sense of when is the right time to approach a subject and when is it not. If he comes home, he's stressed, he dealt with 45 people, he can't think, he's hungry, and you come at him with some, why didn't you blah, 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 you're going to get shot down and it's your fault, okay? He's going to ignore you. He's not even going to say anything probably. He's just going to zone out. And then you're going to be like, my husband doesn't love me. Give him some silence, okay? It's easy. Just give him some silence. Give him some peace. Give him some quiet time. Let him have his quiet time. And if you don't know when he needs it, ask him. Do you need some quiet time, honey? You need to go down in your man cave? You want to watch the game, baby? Here's the game. Put it on. Let him chill. Go do something else. Don't you want your free time? I don't want my man always up in my grill. I don't want to be always up in his grill. Have your free time. Ladies, go get your hair did. Hair done, nails done, everything done. They're very simple beings. Exactly. And it's a beautiful thing that they're that simple because they're beautiful. We love men. So sex, silence, and sandwiches. Sandwiches, feed them. You don't have to cook all the time, but it's nice. You should. I love cooking for my man. We got 114 likes. Get the likes up, guys and viewers. And you can disagree with what I'm saying. It's slightly controversial, but I'm saying, just give them that. Okay. That's usually the thing. I always ask my girlfriends when they're having problems or fights. I'm like, are you guys having sex? I say it. And they're like, well, no. Oh, really? So you're not giving them the 1 out of 3. And you're expecting. And there's so many women who have children who are like, well, I just want a career. I don't even want to. And he's not doing this. And they're frustrated and they're sad and they're over it. Ladies, stop it. Okay? You can have everything you want, but in the right order. If you've already committed to having a family, you need to take care of your family, get it set up correctly, make sure your husband's getting what he needs, and you can have whatever you need and talk to him. Don't complain all the time. So silence is also not criticizing all the time and constantly. Just be pointed with your words. I get so much more done when I say, can I talk to you? Let's have a conversation. Are you ready to have a conversation, honey? Just like that. It doesn't mean you have to be fake or flowery. You can be straight up honest, but just, would you talk to your boss about anything? Would you talk to your mom? Well, you talk to your mom about anything. Bad example, but let's just say, would you talk to your dad? My dad. I could tell when my dad was in a good mood, and that's when I would ask him, can I go out and play? Go see my friends? Can I go to the dance? Can I have some money? My dad would have to listen to some jazz music, listening to, he was reading the Bible and he was in the zone. He was relaxed and he had his private time and he was just like very chill. And that's when I would ask my dad for things. Ladies, that's a man. That's how men are. Women, we can handle so many different things and conversations and things. I talk for hours on the phone with my friends and my girlfriends, and that's awesome. But don't expect your husband to do that. He can't be everything. And that's the thing. We want women to be men and men to be women, and it's wrong. This is my purpose. I want you guys to do that. So, and it's a good thing. I have no kids of your own. Okay, I'm a man. I'm not a simple being. Oh, no, you are a valuable being. Men are simple, as in not dumb simple, but as in straightforward and honest in the best way possible. And it's really, I'm telling women this because so many women have questions and are confused. And I know men are confused. And we got to get it straight, guys. You just got to talk. Rachel S. says, I've been with my husband since high school. You're obviously doing something right. Well done, girl. How long should you date before investing? Like money? Investing money? Yeah, that's right. 303. Don't trust me. You got it. I would say you should date. It depends. What are you investing? And what have they invested in you? For men, if a woman has invested her time and her energy, she calls when she says she will, or she meets up, she's not always late, she doesn't put you as an afterthought, she tells you she cares about you, she listens to you, shares how she's feeling. Women should share their emotions and how they're feeling with men, but with the idea of being vulnerable and real, not with idea of just like unloading their whole day life story, because the men won't compute that, and it's not fair because he's trying to handle his business too. Again, these are just general rules, and every couple is going to have their own thing, and everyone's going to say, I know, but what about Beyonce? And what about so and so? I heard that they just fight all day, and they're the happiest ever, and they just fly in the air and sprout wings like pigs. Pigs can fly. I saw one fly yesterday. Whatever. I'm talking about the general population, okay? We're not talking about exceptions, because exceptions don't help you. Exceptions to the rule are exceptions to the rule, but the rules are this: sex, silence, and sandwiches. Feed them, make sure they're fed. It's also like kids, they don't need all that, but kids need to be fed. Everybody knows if a baby is tired or hungry, or a child is tired or hungry, you don't try to reason with tired or hungry. You feed them or you put them to bed. So women also need certain things too, but our list is much bigger, but we do need to be protected and provided for. It's very simple. And when we're together, men and women, it's magic. It's magic. Reach out whenever you feel down to your boyfriends, BFFs, prioritize, especially in an economy like this. Be responsible, do what's right for you. I love that advice. So, you guys, I got to get going. I love you guys so much. See, my ex-husband bought me things that I didn't ask for and then attempted to guilt me for accepting them. Well, you got to be careful, because he didn't give you the correct thing that you wanted. That's right. He didn't listen to you. You can't, oh, I would like to be with a nice conservative woman of color with class someday. So you know what you want. I love that. You know what you want. Joy, listen to the Dart song. Okay. Sick of being a Xerox machine on Matter. Okay. I will listen to it. If I say I love you, what would that mean to a woman? It means that it depends on the context of the relationship. If you say it to me, I think you love my music and you feel like you can, you love what I'm doing and my messages that I'm putting out, and you appreciate me. Obviously, if we were dating for one day and you told me you love me, I would be suspicious. Unless I felt the same, but even then that would be more of like infatuation, because it takes more than a day to really figure out that you love someone. That doesn't mean you can't feel it, but to say it, I would be suspicious. If we were in a dating relationship, couple weeks, couple dates, to me, it depends on the time that and effort that was put in rather than the actual time that passed. Because people say, oh, we've been dating for a month, 30 days of dates. But what is that? You've met 4 times. You met every Friday 4 times. And maybe you had like 3 or 4 phone calls and a lot of texts and memes. That doesn't mean a lot. If you tell me you spent every single day with somebody 4 hours a day for 3 days straight, I actually would say you probably know that person more than the person who's been quote unquote dating for a month. Also, it's like, did you go through some traumatic things together that also bond you? Or did you go to emotional depth really deeply? Is there that trust that's been built up? That equals more love, right? And also, so if somebody tells me, like, if I'm seeing somebody and I really care about them and they've been opening up to me and our values align and we've been seeing each other regularly and we talk every day, which is my ideal scene, and we leave each other voice notes. I like voice notes because you can listen when you want and it's like really nice, and you can listen while you do things. And then I like text, but I like the voice note because I can put it on like a little mini podcast. And he's like, "Wow, I really see in you a future and I want to be with you and I want us to continue doing this. I love you." Oh my God, that would make me so feel so like, wow. Yeah. His actions show that it's true. Um, if we slept together and we didn't really know each other and it was kind of like we met and we just like talked a little bit and we laughed and then he's like, "I love you." I would say that's really cool, but I doubt it because we haven't had any depth. Sleeping together and sex does not equal depth. It's nice, but it doesn't move the relationship actually as forward as you think it does. It's just physical satisfaction. It can move the relationship forward with intention to move the relationship forward, but remember, sex on its own doesn't do anything. It can be intimacy, but it also cannot be. If there's also conversation about the future and plans and values and ideas and how you see the world, and you feel like this person gets you like nobody else, and you crave to talk to that person, you want more of them in your life, you're intensely interested in them, and you see their faults, but you see that they're really valuable and there's something there and they're very honest and real, and you love them truly. To me, that's true love, but with intention. But most women love, but you got to be careful with that word unless you really mean it. And if it mean, and what does love mean? Because you can love somebody and not be committed to them. To me, love is commitment. I'm committed to you says more than I love you to me. I want both, but one's words, the other is commitment. Commitment is what moves it forward. Moving it forward is moving it forward. Yeah, I'm gonna commit time to you, energy to you, see you. I care about you. How are you doing? Tell me. I care about your life and how you're going to move forward. It's a very clear difference than just seeing somebody, right? So, and that's for men and women. Traditional do's and don'ts: women do not nag or need from your man when we walk in front at work. Give him an hour to decompress. Old school. Exactly. It's traditional old school. You can't lose with that. Look at all the men saying that. And the women, try a whole year without complaining. Wow, Rachel. That is incredible. That is incredible. I know your dad was Italian Sicilian on his dad's side and Argentine on his mom's side. Would have Argentine, Italian, also Spanish, indigenous. You're amazing. Thank you. Italian, Argentine. That's right. Jumps for joy. Brilliant advice. Beautiful. Hi, Dee Dee. Guys are easy to please. Just show up naked and bring food. Dee Dee O'Malley, classic, incredible artist, singer, my good friend. She's totally straight on. Just show up naked, bring food, and don't say too much. That's it. That's it. I mean, don't women want that too? We also want that, but we want a little bit more too. I want stability. I want consistency. See, women want more long-term safety goals. Men can be very pleased with the simplicity of those things. Now, there are things that women want too, but it's hard to say just in three things, right? We need protection, provision, safety, commitment, affection, which is different than just sex. Men can be satisfied with, just sex because it's a masculine buildup, and that's okay. It's the makeup, and it's all right, and there's nothing wrong with this. We need to stop saying that a man being a man is a bad thing, that it's wrong. It's not wrong, ladies. Just accept it and love it. Have you ever thought, what does a man want? No, we're so busy walking around going, "A man needs to give me this, and a man doesn't give me this." And we're so busy talking about what men don't do for us that we don't realize what we need to do for them. Okay. And you can't take what's in the boardroom to the bedroom, ladies. Do not be boss chick with the man. Don't do it. Don't try to outman a man. You'll lose every time. Okay? Don't try to be so sassy and so demanding and you're going to serve me. I'm your queen, okay? I'm a queen, okay? So like serve me, boys. Come on, boys. They're all F boys. Well, yeah, cuz your energy is not attracting a stable, secure man. He doesn't want a girl like that. Those good men do not want to be bossed around. They want to be asked nicely. They will spoil you. Let's give men more credit, okay? They're really worth it. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. You're awesome, Joy. Proud to be a part of the Joy Tribe. Thank you, Gregory. Hit the thumbs up. That's right. We need more likes. We need more likes here, guys. That is correct. Okay. I love you guys so much. I got to jump out. Communication is key. That's right. Men need to be men with their appropriate friends. I fully agree. Men need to do their masculine things. Women need to do their feminine things. Men are simple beings. That's why straight relationship men and women are more complex than gay relationships. Men. Interesting. They're more complex. That's true. It's true. When you have two men, they intrinsically know what another man needs, but one will be more feminine energy and the other one will be more masculine energy, but they'll still both be men. So biologically, it's much more simpler. And remember, women, we are like waves. We have hormones that dictate for a reason. Biologically, we need to have all these hormones and we need to have all this ability to look around and protect our children and provide for our children. That's when your protector mama bear comes out. And people, that's not masculine energy, that's feminine mama bear. But it's a different energy because mama bear needs to be protected by papa bear, who's going out there and hunting and grabbing and going. So it's beautiful. It's a family dynamic and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh, you guys are so awesome. Okay, I got to get out of here. Games with certain mutual agreements on rules. Exactly, Talaga. That's it. You just communicate it. You can ask the woman, I like to share how I feel about you. These are the words that I say. I love you. You don't have to say it back, but this is how I feel right now. And I'd really like to share that with you. Is that okay? You can ask her and and then if she goes, wow, you can kind of judge her expression. If she goes, oh, well, thank you. It doesn't say anything. Well, then there, it's okay. Just talk about it. Talk to each other. Just talk to each other about happiness. You enjoy the namesake bonus. That's so true. I love you guys so much. I know I was missing from your feed for a long time. I'm back. Men want their better half to be their peace. Peace is spelled wrong. We don't mean a piece of meat. Peace and joy from the outside world. That's where silence comes in. Come and just rub his head. Just rub his shoulders. That's silence. Just give him that peace. Be his peace. Let him talk about the day. So, baby, what happened today? It was good. Tell me more. Rub his head. Bring him a beer or tea, or whatever you guys do. Chips, salsa. And just be there. He's going to not expect it. And then just look at him and go, yeah, tell me more. Rub his face. He will be putty in your hands. And then ask him for the purse and watch what he does. Oh, don't we all want to spoil each other at the end of the day? It's okay. Men will do it for us when we spoil them. Spoil each other. Cavalier. No one should be cavalier. Respect and unconditional love. Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys are so amazing. I love you guys so much. Love you too, Paul. And I cannot wait to be back. I will be back on Friday with The Joyful Life. Okay. So that's true. Women get giddy when they hear I love you. Very true. For most women, the love language is verbal. For men, it's physical. It's true. And the love languages. Do you guys read the 5 love languages? That book is a killer for relationships, as in the best way and a good thing. Listen, I got to jump off, guys. Love you much. And I cannot wait to talk to you. Oh, we just missed a phone call. Okay, good. So, calling you back. Calling you now. Finishing off. So I got a business call right now. I just cannot get off the video with you guys. You guys are incredible. Bye. See you next week. See you next week. I like to break breads. I cannot wait to see you guys. I will be back next Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Joytribe Wednesday lives. We're going to talk about more. You get so much good stuff to say. Don't forget to watch The Joyful Life. Drops this Friday. Podcast. It's pre-recorded, but you can leave comments down below, and I will see you in the next live show. Bye, Joy Tribe. As we go out, don't jump out yet because I'm going to leave it with some music, okay? I'm going to leave you with one of my songs performing right now. Woo! That's right. My heels are itching to hit the road. Shake the stress off and just let go. I wanna glitter like a disco ball. Let my light shine and just take off. My heart is pounding to just be free. Body swaying like a Cali palm tree. Vagabonds, we keep on going, we keep on going, never slowing down. We move beyond, we make our own way, we make our own way. Gypsies of yesterday, gypsies of yesterday. That's right, woo! Found my diamonds from the starlit sky. Drank my destiny from your eyes. Dust has settled and so have I. I heard my voice, coyote cry. Oh, oh, vagabonds, we keep on going, we keep on going, never slowing down. We move beyond, we make our own way, we make our own way. Gypsies of yesterday, gypsies of yesterday. What if you never left? What if you're never gone? What if you miss your chance? How would you get along? But you got to live all of the life you can, all of the life you can. Oh yeah. What if you never left? What if you're never gone? What if you missed your chance? How would you get along? But you got to live all of the life you can, all of the life you can. Come on. Vagabonds, we keep on going, we keep on going, never slowing down. We move beyond, we make our own way, we make our own way. Gypsies of yesterday, vagabonds, we keep on going, we keep on going, never slowing down. Oh. We move beyond, we make our own way, we make our own way. Gypsies of yesterday, gypsies of yesterday, gypsies of yesterday. Oh, gypsies of yesterday. Oh, yeah. Gypsies of yesterday brought today to Andorra. Thank you so much. My name is Joy Villa, and it is a pleasure to be here. I love you all. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for the DJ. Bye, guys.